Hello everyone, I am Cindy from Cindy's Creative Cards and I am here with you today. This is a Wednesday and I believe it is the 4th of January 2023. I am so glad that I am here and able to show you this really neat album tonight. I have been working with it all day long and just had the best time. I'm so anxious to be able to use them and fill them up. And what I want to do is start out with showing you what I've created and then show you how I created it. Excuse the frog in my throat. Okay, so this is the first one that I made. This is a 6x6 and it is able to hold larger cropped photos and then your small ones. This is the outside, and let me show you what I used to create this. See where I put it. I used He's the Man. As you can see, I have got all kinds of bits and pieces here, but it's He's the Man Specialty Designer Series paper. And it has so many patterns. It has this one, of course, that you're seeing right here. And then this one with the automobiles. It has this one. And on the back, it has the brown espresso color. Then this one, it has the glasses, the bow ties, the ribbon, the mustache, arrows, and on the back of it is this espresso with the Cajun craze running through it. And all of those, I didn't use all of them, but I used part of those. And then what I still have to do is I'm going to use this decal page and use this to decorate my album. Now, what I wanted to share with you today is that I am going to be making a kit with the papers and a decal page and the ribbon I use for pull ties. And it will be in my store as soon as the papers come in from Stampin' Up. You'll get all these papers, plus you'll get that ribbon. And I'll show you, and the cardstock that you will need to create this, along with the written tutorial. And you can use the written tutorial along with this video to help you know how to make it. So let me show you what I did. Okay, so here we go. We have the front, and in the front there is a pull out that you can put a larger photograph on. Of course, keeping in mind that you can also decorate this and then put journaling in it. On the inside, we have this pull out, and it turns into a little booklet that you can open up. There's 3 pieces here, 3 pages. That makes the 4th, and that's the 5th. So you have 5 pages. Now, if you wanted to, you could do it on the back, but I don't think I would want to do it. This pocket is just perfect for sliding that in. And then this creates another pocket where you pull it out and put a larger photo. On the opposite side, you also have this pocket here, and you pull it out for another photo. Now, like I said, you could put it on the back if you chose to do that, but I'm thinking that I probably would not. This page, you put a photo here, you open it up, and you have an accordion fold. where you can put photos here. Okay, also remember, you're journaling, or you can just decorate it. Okay, and then on the back, this is the cover, this is the front cover. And then I used the, where did I put that stamp set? The Alphabest stamp set and the Very Best label punch, and created the word photos. Okay, now this ribbon is a burlap sort of ribbon I got from Amazon, and it's stiff, and it's shiny. The way it's woven, the pieces on the inside here that's holding it all together makes it look shiny. But what I did is I just knotted, I pulled it through the hole, and I just knotted it for as long as I wanted it to be, and then took another piece, wrapped it around the end here, glued it where it would hold, and then I frayed the ends here. So those were the pulls for the left pocket insert and the right one. Okay, so all in all, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This insert makes 6. This insert makes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have places for 12 photos. And 12 photos most of the time will cover an event very well. In fact, I was taking photos for Christmas, and after I got to about 8, I think I didn't have any more photos. I didn't realize that I hadn't taken enough. Now, I also want to show you, this is what happens. I love this one. This is what happens when you don't have your 12 by 12 cardstock. Now, Stampin' Up! Does have your 12 by 12 cardstock now, but it's in the multi-colored packs. And you can't just order 12 by 12 of a color that you want. So when I started working with this, now this paper comes from the Dainty Flowers. This is a pack that's in celebration. You spend $50 and you can get this. It is lovely, beautiful. I just adore it. And I've had so much fun working with it today. So you get several sheets of this. This little flower is bigger than this. They look very much alike, but the flowers are a little bit bigger. So you've got 2 of that and 2 of this. Then you get this page, is what I made the cover with, and you get 2 of those. This is a green page of wildflowers. And then this watercolor page, which I think is so pretty. This one has a circle here where you could put a photograph on the inside if you chose. You could cut this out with an oval die. And you get the back of several of these have the watercolor paper. And then you have this fresh freesia, let's see what color this is. I think it's the rich raspberry. The crushed curry, old olive, petal pink, this is the New In Color Starry Sky. So you have all of these beautiful papers. Okay, I didn't show you the back side of all of them. Here is one of them, the back side of one, which you'll see in the album I made. Here's the back side of another, and here's the Fresh Freesia dotted page. You got your green wildflowers, and then you have this one, which all those colors, your watercolor page, and then a petal pink. So these are just beautiful pages, and this is in the Celebration catalog that starts tomorrow, I believe. So this is what you can choose from this, and this goes with the Dainty Wildflowers in our annual catalog, a stamp set, and I have ordered that, and I can't wait for it to get here because I'm going to use it to finish decorating my album here. So I used the Starry Sky as the background, and because they did not have this in the 12 by 12, I combined two 8.5 by 11 sheets, and this is 5.5 by 5.5. So I thought this paper was just so pretty to put here on the front. And you open it up, and of course, here we go again, and I use these beautiful wild color papers, the watercolor paper, and this is the petal pink, and this is the Starry Sky, and I follow the same pattern, same layout, and here's an insert with the petal pink, and I had ribbon in my stash that happened to be the petal pink color, so I used that as the pulls. Then over here is the petal pink. You've got your watercolor and your flowers, and also, again, the same thing. And it's all on this watercolor. And then you've got this Starry Sky. Now, the back cover is the Starry Sky. So, I hope that you can see how pretty this would be for an album, for like suppose you went to the park one day and you take pictures of what you saw there in the park, or if you really love taking pictures of wildlife and nature, this would be beautiful for that. Of course, it also would be beautiful for an afternoon in the park with someone you love. So I'm keeping that in mind for possibly Valentine's Day. And I do plan to do one with the conversation hearts from clearance. Here it is. It's not conversation hearts. I think it's called Sweet Talk. And this is in the clearance. It was in our the last mini catalog, or earlier in the year, the one before our Christmas one, Sweet Talk. And you can still get this, I believe, when I checked yesterday, you could get it. It is going to be perfect for Valentine's little album folio. It has all these pretty, pretty papers. And I have been using this just to make a little fun album that I did for Valentine's Day. And you can see that this really would give you a lot to work with. And if you did have the stamp set that went along with this, which I think was the Conversation Hearts maybe, and I don't, but I have, I'm hoping to find one, you can just make all kinds of things. And the heart punches, not heart, oval punches are available on the clearance rack right now too. Okay, so what I wanted to do tonight is I'm going to show you what I did with the 12 by 12 papers and how I made this. So we've got a 12 by 12 sheet of Calypso Coral cardstock. And what I did was I scored it. I'm trying to get this in here. I scored it at, let me get rid of that blade, 6. On this side, I turned it and I scored it at 6 on this side. Now I'm just going to leave it right here because we're going to cut one of these, only one. So my blade is right here. I'm going to cut up to this scored line right there. Okay, so you see, oops, my gracious, I'm tearing up my paper trimmer. There, it's all fixed. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to fold these over and I'm going to burnish them with my bone folder. My bone folder that has disappeared. Here it is, one of them. Okay, so I'm going to crease it here. And then I'm going to fold this one down right beside it. And I'm going to crease it here. Now, I need to show you something. This will fold inward to make a book. But these pieces just are fighting each other. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a sliver off of the inside of this one. Only one. It doesn't matter which one you do, but we're just going to cut a sliver. And when I mean a sliver, I'm talking about the distance in this groove to where the white starts. So I'm going to slide this in. Slide it in this way. And I'm going to put it right on that line. And then I'm going to cut my sliver down to the score line. And see, it is nothing but a sliver. I'm going to take my paper snips that are just wonderful. I don't know what I'd do without them. They are the best paper snips I have ever had, and I've tried a lot of brands. Okay, so now you can see we've got just a tad of room here, and you should be able, if this is burnished and folded properly. Oh, it didn't take off enough. Oh, I know what happened. You need to take off just a little bit more at the bottom. Okay. Okay, so I took off far more than I needed to, but this one should make it work. Do you see? So I'm going to fold them over, and then it should fold. Why is it fussing and fighting so hard? It should fold. Oh, I know. I need to burnish this. So before I fold it, I'm going to fold it this way again. And I'm going to make sure I got my edges lined up right. And I'm going to burnish that on both sides. And then it folds in together like this. And I'm going to line up all of these pages, corners. Like this. You can see how this is bubbling just a little bit. I'm going to start here at the center and push that out. And then I'm going to open it up and fold it this way, making sure everything's lined up. Okay, and I'm going to do this one too while we're at it. Lining everything, keeping the corners right here, keeping them together like that. And then we'll go over the whole thing. Okay. Now we got a little bit of the paper that's bubbling out there, but you can clip that off. It will not matter. It's not going to cause a problem. Okay, and so here we go. We have gotten this completed. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get your glue. Now I would not advise doing tape runner for this. You really do need your glue because it is what is going to really hold it securely down. So I'm going to run a bead of glue on this side. And I want to make sure that I got enough right there, but I don't want to get too much. And I'm going to run a bead on this side, just on the opposite side of that score line. Okay. Now, I'm going to fold this down, making sure corners are right, and I am going to give it a chance to dry. And what this does is it makes our pocket right here. So let's give it a chance to dry there. Press it down. I'm using my bone folder to press it down, make sure that. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side, and we want it to go in the direction where it is going to make a pocket at the top, just like this other one did. So I'm going to run a bead on the opposite side of that score line all the way down. And then one over here. Sometimes you just have to make 2 or 3 swipes. Okay, now I'm going to press that. Okay, now we've got a pocket here, and we've got a pocket here. I'm going to give that just a little bit more time to dry so it'll be secure. Okay, and then what you do, you're ready for the mechanisms that you put inside. You're going to, I think this is good. You're going to take your 1/2 inch, your circle, it's an inch circle punch, and you're going to go in and you're going to try to line it up where it's in the center and about 1/2 inch down. You just want 1/2 of the circle punch. And so here we go. We just punched that one. And now we're going to come over here. Now you can punch it on the other side as well, but I chose not to since the opposite side is the cover. And I'm going to see if I can get that in the middle. Like that. So now we've got an opening here and an opening here. Okay. And we've got it ready to decorate on the outside. Now, you know, I did not do it because I have had so much fun putting these together that I hadn't gotten to that stage yet. But you can use your stamps to decorate. Okay, so now we've got our inside, and I'm trying to get all this stuff, glue and stuff off of my mat here so it won't get sticky on the back. So what we're going to do now is we are going to make the mechanism, the accordion mechanism that goes right here. And we are going to use 3 3/4, no, 4 by 11 1/2. Now, I do not have any more of the 12 by 12. So I'm going to pull out a piece from my 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to make it, there seems to be glue everywhere. I'm going to make it 4 by 11.5. So let's get this. We're going to cut this and slide this in at 4. And this piece is 11.5 since I don't have the 12 by 12. So what we're going to do is we're going to then score this at 3.5. And 7. And then when we fold it, oops, we're off, but looks like a 1/2 inch. So I can remedy that. Let's measure it to make sure how much we're off. A 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to put it like this. Go to that line. Okay. Now this could fit the landscape, the small ones. I have a little zinc photo printer, and it comes out like 2.5 by 3, I think it is, or 3.5, and it would fit that just beautifully. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to make sure that our corners are lined up before we start burnishing. Okay, now I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to score. Turn it over and score there and score here. Now, you have a decision to make. You could place it in here like this. Excuse me. You could place it in here like this, which is what I was thinking. Or you can turn it this way. The accordion would go out like that. Or you could place it like this. You lift it up. Or you can pull it out like that. And in my other ones, this one, I want to show you the orientation is different. I placed it where this opened up at the top. So you can pull this down like that. Flip it back up. You can see this, or you can pull it out like that. Now, in the other one, what did I do with it? In the other one, instead of it coming opening here, it opens to the bottom, and then it folds out like this, which I actually think I like better if I'm going to make it open from top to bottom. If you wanted to do it from the side, I think I would do it, well, either way, it's the same way. You open this up, close it up, and open it like that. Now, this is perfect. These little accordion pages are perfect for like shots that are like really quick, one right after the other. It can show the action that's happening there. So, do we want it this way? or do we want it this way? You know, I think I want it this way. I think I'm going to be different. Now, like I said before, it is important that you use glue for these mechanisms. Glue that is good, that will hold, because it's going to get a lot of wear and tear. Now, these albums, you could use like a card too. It doesn't have to be for just pictures. It can be for cards as well. So I'm going to put this down like this. I'm going to fold it shut. I'm going to try and center it as best I can. Go up just a little bit. I want to get it straight. Okay, now I have this accordion fold right there. And I want to burnish it a little bit more so it will lie flat. Now, there's nothing wrong. It's probably best to go over this glue just to make sure that it has adhered well. Okay, so we got this mechanism in place. Now we're going to do this one. This is the pocket. Now with the piece that I had left over from over there, we're going to make a pocket. It will go from, I think, here to here. Let's see how long that is. That's about 5 1/4. Let's see, on my left page pocket was 4 3/4 by 3. Okay, so let's do it. If this is 5 1/2, let's do it 5. Let's do it 5. And I don't want it to be this wide here, because it sort of takes up everything. And I really think it needs to be less than that, 4 3/4. When you're making these, it's sort of a trial and error thing. You look at it and you decide, and then you change your mind, even with the papers when you're putting your DSP in place. Okay, I'm going to cut that about right there. And that is actually 2 1/2. So I'm going to put this pocket right here. You know, I think maybe I do want it to be wider because it's going to be down at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to do a 3. 3 1/4. Don't worry, I'll be using that paper elsewhere. It's not wasted. And then 4, we'll do 4. Alrighty, I need to cut off just a little bit still. There we go. Now that looks, it's not much smaller. All right, I think I'm going to use this one. I have a plan for this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, is put glue on this. Nope, wait a minute. That's not what I'm going to do. I am going to score this. I'm going to score it at, let's see, 1, 2, 3. That would be, let's do a half. Get rid of this. Okay, we're going to score it a half. And we're going to score a half here. A little less than a half because I'm afraid we'll use up all the paper. And then a half here. And what we're going to do is where these corners are, you see there's they crisscross these lines, the score lines. So what I'm going to do is miter these corners. So I'm not going to go flat on the corner. I'm just going to go a little bit beyond it, because that way it won't have a hole. Let's see, this really needs to be there. And then this one, just a tad. There we go. All right, so I'm going to burnish this. I'm just going to sort of push that in right there so we won't be so pointed. Okay, I'm going to put glue on these 1/2 inch pieces. On all sides. Hi, Susan. It's good to see you. I'm sorry I did not return your call. I have been busy today, but I promise I will. Okay, now I'm going to put this down right here. And I'm going to use my bone folder to go over it so the glue will stick, and this will be secure. And also to crease those edges so it'll lie flat. All right, so now we've got this pocket made. The next thing we need to do is make the insert here and the insert for the left and right page. So let me see where my cardstock is. All right, so this side, we know that the pocket here, oh my goodness, avalanche over there, is 3 3/4 now. And so I'm going to make my insert for this to be 3 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to cut. Now, what we're going to do is going to be 3 1/4 by 9. Yeah, 3 1/4 by 9. So I'm going to cut my 9. And I'll do 3 1/4 right here. That's 4 1/4. 3 1/4. Now wait a minute. I'm doing this wrong. We got to have, this is 9 inches, and I want it to be at Okay, we want it to be 3 3/4 here. Okay. No, it's not. And we wanted that strip. Yes. Let's see, where's the 9? This one is 8 1/2. This one is 9. Okay. And I am going to make this a little bit longer, and I will show you why. I'm changing my mind here. Make it just a bit, let's say 4 1/2. Okay, let's do 4 1/2 and see what happens. The reason I widen this is because this is going to be the side of the insert here, and I did not want it to be that small, so I changed my mind there. But now what we're going to do, we've got a 9-inch piece, and we're going to score it at 3, and we're going to score it at 6. So now we should have, yes, our little trifold. Now, you see how this right here is preventing this from going down? We're going to cut our sliver right there. All right, so now this will fold in, and that will fold over. I'm going to burnish it. We'll do it on the opposite side as well. Okay, now we're not finished. What I chose to do was to round corners because it goes into your pockets a lot easier. And so I have my corner rounder. It's a We Are Memories corner rounder, and it is heavy duty. So it can take all of this folded together. So I'm going to punch. This one's a little harder to punch than the one I was doing earlier today. Okay, so now when you open it up, it shows 3 distinct sections. Okay, and that's what goes right in there. Now, we need our inserts for these 2 pockets. So, the insert for those pockets, let's see what I have written down here. 4 by 5 1/2. Okay, because this is 6 inches, we're going to make it 6 inches long, and we're going to make it 4 1/4. Okay, 4 1/4. Let's see what this is. That's 4. Okay, so we want 4 1/4 by 6, and we need 2 of those. So 4 1/4. I want it to be at 6. And 4 1/4. By 6. All right, now before we go any farther, I want to see how if they fit like I'm thinking they should. Do you see how it's hard to get that in? Yep, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go down to the edge. So what I'm going to do is now pull this piece out, and we are going to round corners. wrong one. Okay, let's see. Which one is the right? This one. So I love this chomper. It is heavy duty and it is great. These little pieces right here, it's We Are Memories. They flip out. And that's where your guide is for placing your paper in here. And it will chomp right away. It's just almost impossible to make a mistake with it. And it just keeps on going. It's like the ever-ready battery. All right, so here we go. We've got these pieces. And they just slide right in here. Like this. Now I'm going to do something, which is crazy. I'm going to cut some of this off. I do this every time. Yep, it looks like I've messed that up, doesn't it? But I haven't. There we go. And it'll slide right in there. I like that better. Okay. So here we have it. We have our little the base was out of one sheet. So we open it up. We have our pocket here. We have this insert in this small pocket, and it has places for 5 photos if you choose to do photos. You could just do little messages or memorabilia or fun, whatever. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fun things. And then there's the insert here. So if I counted correctly, there should be place for 12 photos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yes, you have your 12 photo folio. Okay, now what I'm going to use to decorate this also comes from our celebration catalog, and it is the Dandy Designs. It has all kinds of cool patterns in here and different colors. That looks so springy and happy. This is just the petal pink in here, and it has this line here. Looks like a chevron sort of. Then you've got this polka dot and this. The back of the polka dots is Fresh Freesia. And this is Coral Calypso, I think. But that looks too light. Then you've got, ooh, look at that check. I like that. And then I come to my favorite part, which has my favorite colors. Here we got our Mango Melody. And down here is Balmy Blue. And it's got some of the Calypso Coral in it. And then you've got these polka dots and the stripes. And then you've got your Calypso Coral. The back, you have a check. And then you've got Granny Apple Green. And look at this. Oh, I just love it. This polka dot with all the different colors in it. You have Granny Apple Green here. And I think that's it. Yeah. So you have a lot of different designs with a lot of different colors in it. And it has Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, and Petal Pink. And this is what I'm going to be using to decorate this album. So make sure that you check out the celebration catalogs when it is available tomorrow. I cannot open it but I can show you these items so you'll know what is available. So we've got the Dandy designs, and then we had this, what was it called? The Wildflower, no, Dainty Flowers. And this goes along with the stamp set in the mini catalog called Dainty Flowers, I think. And these two are from Celebration. You can get each of these from Celebration. And then in the annual catalog, He's All That, and the Starry Sky I used with this. The He's All That. What did I do with it? My goodness, I seem to have lost my album. The first one. Here it is. The first one. And this comes from He's All That paper pack. And you can use that stamp set along with those decals, those cutouts, to decorate this one. And like I said, this is going to be for sale in my store, my online store at cindyscreativecards.com. And I will have a kit available when it comes, the paper arrives, where it has all of these papers. It has the cardstock you will need. It has the ribbon and the DSP. All you need to create this album, along with the written directions. I cannot do this because I cannot stamp, but I can stamp out. I can punch out these pieces so you can stamp it or write on it. So I will have that available in my store shortly, as soon as Stepping Up sends me the paper. And they are backed up, and shipping time is running sort of long for them right now, but it will get here. And when it does, you'll be seeing it pop up in my store. Okay, we've done a lot tonight. I've shown you a lot, and I've enjoyed it. I hope you have. Get ready for Celebration, which starts tomorrow. You can, for every $50 you spend, you can get a free gift. So check that out. The new mini catalog also is available as of tomorrow. So go shopping. Enjoy the celebration and the free items. I have enjoyed being with you. I appreciate your support. If you like what you've seen tonight and you think this is helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to have you as a follower on my page. And also, if you need a demonstrator, I would truly love to become your demonstrator, and I would love to earn your business. So check out cindyscreativecards.com, where you can find all the information you need about purchasing items in my online store and the Stampin' Up! Store, as well as joining, or who knows, there may be information that you have been looking for that you've just not found, and there it is. So please check that out. Thank you, Susan. I am really excited about it, and especially the wildflower one. I just love this. I think it's so pretty. I was telling them before that this just might turn into a Valentine event folio. I'm not sure, but it has the potential to become that. So once you decorate your folio, it becomes a work of art and a one of a kind. So thank you for joining in, and I shall see you next week. And in the meantime, I want you to dream, create, and share. Thank you so much. Goodbye, Susan. We'll talk.